so we're going to be installing this speedometer, or for some people tachometer too, relocation bracket. Now it's very easy. All you got to do is get the old one from here, put it into here. Obviously you have to transfer the lights also, and it comes with a nice little bracket to install it right here on the forks, just so you have the relocation right there. And right now I'm just going through the process of removing the top bolts. For some Sportsters you have to remove all 4, but for me it's just removing the top 2. And once I get that done, I'm just going to be working on relocating the whole speedometer and all the little lights here, like for the indicators and neutral and low oil, onto the new one right over there. Now next thing you want to do is just remove the lights from here. It's a tiny Torx bit, but I'm just using a small tiny hex Allen key, and it's doing the job pretty well. So I'm just removing, there's 2 of them, one here on this side and one on the other. And once you're done with that, that will disconnect these wires from here. All right, now that you disconnected the lights, now you just want to get these 2 hex bolts right here and just get them out with the Allen key, and that will help you disconnect the wiring harness that connects to the speedometer and allows you to break apart the whole speedometer so you can put it in the new housing. All right, so right now, once you take off the back cover, you just have to pry the speedometer out. I just used a flathead screwdriver and it just came out very easily. Now we're gonna go bring this over to the brand new one. Now let's just move the Allen keys. Now just grab this one and basically just transfer all the other components here onto the new one. All right, now that you finally got the whole lights situation, it's very simple. Just plug everything back there. Now we're just gonna go with the casing and cover it up and bolt it up, and obviously plug in these cables here. And now we're just gonna move on to mounting it on the actual bike. Now that we got the whole covers and everything put back together, it's a very simple process. It's exactly how you took it off, and you just put it on the brand new housing. And once you tested it and made sure all the lights line up and everything, now you just want to grab the bracket. Now this one, you just want to make sure that the hex side is pointed downwards, so it's going to go like that. And they give you a spacer right here, so it's going to go on there. I'll show you guys how it goes, but very easily. You just put this, make sure that side's down, and just fit it over the fork and start to tighten it down. So this is the setup that you want. You want the bolt, the little crush washer there, and the spacer, and then another crush washer. And this is going to be the part that basically bolts onto the speedometer, just dangling onto there. And you just tighten it down with the little hex bolt there, and your installation should be complete by then. Now once you tighten the bolt down over there, it should stay in place, and that's basically how it would look like from here. It's not the prettiest sight, you could say, just because it is sticking out, but you know, once you're riding and it's more like this, it's not as bad. And obviously when you park it just like that, still clears. Now one thing you could do is you could lift it up or you could lower it down, just depending on how much slack you have on the cable. Just remember, you also have to be able to turn both ways, so that is one thing to keep in mind. I kept it right here. I'm planning on maybe lifting it up a little bit more, but we'll just see. It all depends on what's more comfortable for you when you're riding and basically what you can see. But I'll try to show you guys what it looks like when you're riding. So you'll have it like this, so you can see right there. You could just point it in a little more to be more in line with you. So this would be like your POV of riding, and then you look down right here, and there you can see your speedometer. Let me just turn on right here so you can see how it lights up. So it's still pretty visible, it's just not in the direct field of view right here. But in my opinion, I really like how this looks, and overall I would give this kit a 10 out of 10. All the hardware was pretty easy to put on, no issues there, and quality is pretty good. I mean, for it being a, you know, replica, or a not a replica, I wouldn't say it's a replica of a certain product, but obviously of the more expensive products, this is on the lower end budget, you know. So, but overall the quality is still good. You know, you're retaining most of your factory hardware, so it's still in good condition. Obviously still remains pretty waterproof with all the seals and everything from the factory speedometer gauge. But try to look at it from this side, looks really good. Well, that wraps up this whole installation of the speedometer relocation kit. I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna go open myself a bag of chips and enjoy the rest of the night. It is Drew, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.